The Luminous Descent, a journey into the forgotten realm. By Legends of the Storyteller. Chapter 1. The Path of Flickering Flames. Rain pattered softly against the ancient cobblestone road, slick with shimmering puddles that reflected the golden torchlight. The trees, their gnarled branches heavy with bioluminescent moss, loomed like watchful sentinels over the winding path. Velrin pulled his cloak tighter around his shoulders, his breath misting in the damp night air. He had followed the whispers for days, voices only heard in dreams, beckoning him to the land of lost things. The map he carried was useless here. The glowing symbols on its parchment shifted like living ink, revealing pathways only as he moved forward. Strange creatures lingered at the edges of the torchlight. Lanky, shadow-eyed beings with elongated fingers and small, goblin-like creatures that chittered in a forgotten tongue. They did not attack, nor did they flee. They watched. Somewhere ahead, beyond the mist and flickering lights, something called to him. Chapter 2. The River of Echoes. Velrin reached the glowing river, its waters pulsing with an unnatural light, like trapped starlight. The rain danced upon its surface, sending ripples of energy outward. On the banks, wispy spirits hovered just above the ground, their translucent forms shifting in and out of existence. A feline-like creature with glowing blue markings crouched nearby, its piercing eyes reflecting the same luminescence as the water. As he knelt to touch the river, a whisper slithered through his mind. Drink, traveler, and remember. The moment his lips met the water, his vision darkened. Images flashed, an ancient city buried deep beneath the land, torches burning despite centuries of rain, a temple locked away in the heart of the cavern. His journey was far from over. Chapter 3. The Forest of Silent Guardians. The further he ventured, the thicker the mist became. Towering trees stretched into the darkness, their roots weaving around glowing pools. Ethereal deer-like creatures with twisted, elongated horns moved in slow, deliberate steps, their hooves never disturbing the water's surface. Velrin sensed a presence beyond the trees. A being of great power lurked just out of sight, its shape shifting between the branches, its glowing eyes never breaking their gaze. He did not run. He knew the rules of the Forgotten Realm. Fear was a currency that could be traded, and he would not make himself prey. A wooden bridge appeared ahead, swaying slightly in the wind. Beyond it, the silhouette of something ancient, something waiting. Chapter 4. The Bridge of Forgotten Names. The bridge stretched across a glowing chasm, the depths below swirling with eerie light. Velrin hesitated. The stone pillars at the entrance bore carvings of names long erased by time. The bridge was not merely a passage, it was a test. From the mist, armored guardians emerged, towering, silent figures clad in blackened steel, their golden eyes glowing like embers. They did not move to strike, nor did they speak. Velrin stepped forward. The whispers in his mind grew louder. One more step and you are bound. Do you seek truth or salvation? He did not answer. His heart had already chosen. Chapter 5. The City Beneath the World. The cavern swallowed him whole, its vastness unlike anything he had imagined. Towers spiraled from the earth, their tops disappearing into the gloom. Bridges of carved stone arched over glowing rivers, and strange hooded figures moved in the shadows, their glowing eyes the only sign of life. The air here was thick with something old, magic perhaps, or memories. A towering temple loomed ahead, its gates adorned with statues of creatures that had long faded from the surface world. Inside, the answers awaited. Chapter 6. The Temple of Unwritten Fates. The moment Velryn entered the temple, the rain ceased. The grand chamber was lined with massive crystalline formations that pulsed with an unseen force. At the center of the chamber, an altar stood, a pool of glowing water reflecting the constellations on the cavern's ceiling. Velryn approached, his reflection shifting, showing not just himself, but countless versions of him. A whisper echoed through the chamber. "You have come seeking truth, but truth is a burden few can bear. Are you ready?" Velryn hesitated. For the first time in his journey, doubt crept in. But he had already walked too far, crossed too many paths. He placed his hand in the water. The world shattered. Epilogue. The beginning of the end. When Velryn opened his eyes, the temple was gone. The city was gone. The torches had burned out, and the rain had stopped. Yet, he was not where he had begun. The whisper still echoed in his mind. "You have seen what was lost. Now, will you save it, or let it remain forgotten?" Velryn turned toward the darkened horizon. His journey was only beginning.